Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to the Heartbreak Dog. This is the Heartbreak review of Nausicaä of the Valley of the Wind. First demerit, that redundant intro. That's a joke, everybody. I just finished watching this movie. I've never seen it before. I've heard other reviews about it. Gave it a try. Now, let me preface this. I can comfortably say, you know what? I am a little bit of a Studio Ghibli fanboy. Now, with that said, I'm going to give this my most unbiased review, but the preferences, at least as far as the timeline goes for the Studio Ghibli films such as like this, I have seen Princess Mononoke, I have seen Spirited Away. Not in that order. Flip it. Now, I'm going to do a review later of this one over here, but for now we're going to talk about Nausicaä of the Valley of the Wind. How this rating is going to be either I wouldn't even bother with it, bootleg it, or you absolutely need to go out and buy it or see it. Now, it's a quick general plot synopsis per the actual box itself. 1,000 years after the 7 days of fire destroyed civilization, warring human factions survive in a world devastated by atmospheric poison and swarms of gigantic insects. The peaceful Valley of the Wind is nestled on the edge of the toxic forest and led by the courageous Princess Nausicaä. Notice the two the two colon things above the A. Nausicaä, who love all living things, led into her terrible danger as she fights to restore balance between humans and nature, featuring the voices of Allison Leon, Uma Thurman, Patrick Stewart, Edward Jones, Olmus, and Shia LaBeouf. Before he did Holes, and before he did something stupid that got him arrested, but we're not going to talk about that. I'll let Donut Operator deal with that. This movie, I like to try to plant stuff into the Studio Ghibli timeline, see how everything falls into place. This to me seems like it would take place. I don't know if there is an actual timeline, but this would take place, I want to say, after Princess Mononoke, and then I want to say it's after Princess Mononoke or probably before Kiki. I don't know. But somewhere in between Spirited Away. But with this film, this movie, what the negatives? I'm gonna start with the negatives first. Some parts drug on a little bit. There's a lot of orchestral, not a lot of talking. I wish they could have gone into more detail with some of the subplots. And at times it was a bit preachy. To give you a brief synopsis of why I say maybe a little bit preachy, I felt like I was expecting at some point Captain Planet to come out. So I'm going to leave it at that. The acting, amazing. With the voice acting, amazing. The animation, amazing. Again, I'm going to try again, I am a bit of a Ghibli fanboy, but I am going to give this a fair and unbiased review. Now, what other movies have I seen like this that can compare to it? It's going to be difficult for me to think of because Studio Ghibli, they are their own style. What I can say is, though, it's definitely a good watch. I enjoyed it. I did kind of groan a little bit where some parts like, oh, can we get to the point already? Can we just get to where we need to be? And it did, and those parts felt like they drug on, but they weren't that long, and then it was back to the action. There is some comedy. There's comedy, action, definitely a bit of thriller, a little bit of, depending on who you're presenting this to, you tend to like really little kids, they might have nightmares off of what they're seeing, because the protectors of this world are like these giant things. And they have an international name. They're called ohms. Okay. I'm doofing around right now, but they're called ohms, and there's a bunch of other giant insects that are basically the guardians to the forest that's toxic. Now, recalling a little bit from Princess Mononoke, the wolves were the guardians. I don't know if this, again, I don't know the whole timeline, but the wolves were the guardians. They were basically the same thing with the boars. Similar. It did get just a little bit preachy with some of the at some parts in it, basically just saying how we need to learn to live in basically love and peace and not destroy what we have, otherwise something worse will destroy it for us, or completely banish us off the face of the earth, which is probably likely to happen. Now, I got this on Blu-ray. I didn't want to, but this is all they had at the Walmart. So, this is definitely a good watch. Is it preachy at times? Yes. Does it drag on in some plots, in some parts? Yes. Is there some plot holes or some points where it could have gone more in depth? I want to know more about the raising, the warring countries, and it's one nestle of like just peace and prosperity, or just basically being completely absent from it. I want to know more, but I reckon it was already dragging on a bit long anyway. Hold up. Let me see how long this is. Because I started this at 9:30. The movie is about... Can't read. Doggone Adobe Digital. The movie's about... Felt like 2 hours watching it. I started at 9:30. I just finished it at like 11:30. Felt like 2 hours. Some points, again, it dragged on, but outside of that, the combat, amazing. The story, amazing. I felt completely immersed in this world. I would actually want to meet... I felt like I want to meet this person in real life. Now, granted, I would like to meet San, but I figured she would probably try to kill me first. I would like to meet Sin, but too scary. The female protagonist here. There's also a female antagonist with her dopey lower enlisted soldier, who's pretty much she has the most laid back attitude about everything, going like, cool, cool, the queen died. It's my time to shine. And dang, she's back. Well, that dream lasted long. But no, this character, they're strong, they're independent, they are intelligent, they know how to give orders, even when they had to. There's some character development later on in the movie. I'm not going to say what happened, but shell limits were tested, and I definitely recommend, if you have not seen it yet, go out and watch this movie. Go either get it and save it back at some point, or just get it and keep on to it. This is definitely, I'm definitely hold on to this movie. I enjoyed it. I also got this little book too, which is okay, but I didn't really care about that. Also, Blu-ray and DVD. I thought this was a 2-disc movie, honestly. Like, this is 2 discs? Are you serious? But no, this is awesome. I enjoyed this movie. I definitely am probably going to watch it over again, so you're definitely going to fall into the vault for definitely watch-agains, along with Spirited Away and Princess Mononoke. But if you'd like to see any further reviews from me, please leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed what you saw, subscribe. If you'd like to get notifications for when I do upload, which is sporadic as ever, please hit the bell notification. I'd like to thank you all for watching this. Definitely go out and see this movie. You won't be disappointed too much. So thank you all. Have a nice evening. Good night.